Beginning with the realism in international relations, we have scholar Hans Morgenthau, who has briefed about realism in international relations. The theory provided by Hans Morgenthau is known as classical realism. There's one more thread of realism, that is neo-realism, which we'll see in another video. So beginning with the classical realism, we can see the previous year questions which were asked in political science and international relations optional in 2022. There was this question: what is realist prescription to the states to ensure their survival in an anarchical world? Another one is discuss the emergence of neo-realism and its basic tenets in 2021. That was asked for 15 marks again. And there's this difference between classical realism and Hans Morgenthau. Classical realism of Hans Morgenthau and neo-realism of Kenneth Waltz. There was the difference between the two asked in 2018, and likewise we can see the questions which were asked in previous years. So moving on into the concept goes like: there are three basic tenets, and the theory has been influenced by various thinkers which have provided their ideas on what the system of political science is. So Kautilya and Machiavelli both were known to be hardcore realists, and what realism basically means is, uh, from looking it at from layman's perspective, what realism means is looking at life with realist ideas. There's no place for various kind of emotions involved. They just look it from the prism of what is objective thing present. For example, Cotilla and Machiavelli both say that there is no place for ethics in politics. And there's another influence which is Thomas Hobbes. So when we jump into the three core ideas, we'll see what influence Hobbes puts in this theory. So the three core ideas, as mentioned in the slide, are survival, statism, and self-help. When you write your PSIR answer, these three qualities, these three core ideas become the base of your answer. So the survival is foremost, since the realists believe that international system is based on human nature, and according to Thomas Hobbes, in human nature is anarchic. Like, what anarchy means in political science terms is absence of governance. So the realists mean that there is absence of uh, governance at the international level. So there is anarchy prevailing in the international system. मतलब कोई ऐसा इंस्टीट्यूशन जो एक ग्लोबल गवर्नेंस को इंश्योर करता है, उसका एक एब्सेंस फील होता है इंटरनेशनल स्फीयर में. ये कहना चाहते हैं बाय दिस इज मेंट बाय व्हाट इज एनार्की इन इंटरनेशनल सिस्टम. सो ऐसे इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा चांसेस है कि जो पावरफुल स्टेट्स है, लाइक यूएसए, लाइक रशिया, लाइक चाइना, वो एक वीकर स्टेट्स पे अटैक करके, मे बी न्यूक्लियर अटैक, और मे बी इकोनॉमिक इन्फ्लुएंस, ऐसे अलग अलग तरीक़ों से उस पर इम्पैक्ट करे, और बेसिकली they lose their autonomy. So that is why survival is very important. And for example, there's Ukraine, which is trying to survive because Russia being a powerful state, and Ukraine being a weaker state. Russia has attacked on Ukraine, saying that it is carrying out some military operations, and this is the explanation that survival is very important, since international system has absence of that global governance system according to the realists. The another idea, another core idea is statism, which says that इंटरेस्ट ऑफ स्टेट इज पैरामाउंट, मतलब जो इंटरनेशनल सिस्टम में जो अलग अलग स्टेट्स है, फॉर एग्जांपल इंडिया इज अ स्टेट, फॉर एग्जांपल यूएसए इज अ स्टेट, तो उनका अपना खुद का इंटरेस्ट, मतलब जो उन्हें जो चाहिए, and interest international interest is determined by various factors which we'll see in probably another video. So नेशनल जो इंटरेस्ट है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज मेंट बाय स्टेटिज्म, कि जो स्टेट्स है उनको अपना नेशनल इंटरेस्ट सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है और उनको वो अटेन करना पड़ेगा। फॉर एग्जांपल यूएसए जो है, तो यूएसए कैट्सा सैंक्शंस लगाता है उन नेशंस पे जो यूएसए के राइवल नेशंस से कुछ वेपन्स प्रोक्योर करते हैं। पर इंडिया के केस में इंडिया ने जो रशिया से S-400 जो डिफेंस सिस्टम लिया है, टेक्नोलॉजी ली है, तो इंडिया के केस में कैट्सा का इम्प्लीकेशन है वो नहीं किया है यूएस कांग्रेस ने, बिकॉज इंडिया इज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेट टू काउंटर चाइनाज हेजिमनी इन इंडो पैसिफिक रीजन, और चाइना की हेजिमनी काउंटर करना यूएसए के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा है एंड इट इज़ इट्स नेशनल इंटरेस्ट। ओके, सो मूविंग ऑन, जो रियलिस्ट है वो कहते हैं कि सेल्फ हेल्प पे डिपेंडेंट होता है स्टेट, मतलब सेल्फ हेल्प इज द ओनली हेल्प विच इज अवेलेबल टू इट। इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि उसने खुद से करना चाहिए जो भी करना चाहिए, बट इट मीन्स दैट इट शुड डेवलप इट्स कैपेसिटीज, मतलब बेसिकली कैपेसिटीज इन द टर्म्स ऑफ डिप्लोमेसी, in terms of military power, in terms of economic power. So for example, India when it went against Pakistan during separation of Bangladesh, like liberation of East Pakistan, so India went to USSR for a friendship treaty which later on helped it to save against the attack of USA when India was trying to liberate East Pakistan. सो जो कॉपरेशन के साथ में यू कैन अचीव योर गोल्स विद कॉपरेशन फ्रॉम अनदर स्टेट्स, सो दैट इज़ वाई जो कोऑपरेटिंग बॉडीज़ है वो इमर्ज हो रही है इंटरनेशनल सिस्टम में। सो दीज थ्री आर द कोर आइडियाज ऑफ रियलिस्ट्स, एंड ये जो रियलिज्म की थ्योरी है दैट हैज़ बीन गिवन बाय क्लासिकल रियलिस्ट्स, एंड ये क्लासिकल रियलिस्ट है मिस्टर हैंस मॉर्गनथाउ, जो he is Hans Morgenthau. He has given theory of classical realism. So all these you can write in your answers, and basically यही तुम्हारे आंसर का core, and this is the core concept of realism. Thank you.